the industry. What have you learned about yourself in regards to the industry, getting out here more?
Well, I haven't been trying to do that.
Okay.
I haven't been trying to, like I said before, I've just been waiting.
Okay.
To my time.
Right. And
I
this
think
is your time.
It's my time. Right. Really, I haven't. I never do it.
You never do that?
Yeah. Well, I have so many drawings. I have 200 drawings like this.
Okay.
And I just draw, and sometimes I
sign them.
I sign them. I'll put a date on the back. Sometimes
Okay.
I do, but I draw so many, so I don't do anything. But I'm going to start dating them, and I'm going to start putting where the drawings come from.
Okay.
But this particular drawing is one that I like. I like this one because it's quick, hour and a half.
Right. Right. Now, with that said, how do you think art is important to our society as a culture?
Well, I think it's really important, as particular Afro-Americans. That's one of the mediums that the main society will let you infiltrate.
Okay, explain that.
Art, you can do art, and you don't necessarily have to be there as a human being, but the artwork can be there. And our society tends to give us more freedom, when we're not, participating, because we are Afro-Americans. And so the main majority of the people here, sometimes they stereotype. And the other thing too, I hear a lot since I'm up in Green Bay and around the main society. They'd always say, black art. Mm-hmm. To me, I don't think there's such thing as black art. You're just making art.
Okay.
You really can't tell. When you look at the art, you don't know what nationality they are. You really can't. But some people associate it because of the subject matter.
Right.
But I think an artist should be able to draw, paint anything that's in their heart, whatever they want to do. And I don't particularly, in my mind, is considered a black artist. I'm an artist. Okay. But if you want to put a label on me, fine.
Right. Right.
That's what I am. I'm an artist, period. I've been an artist since I can remember. And so, when you start pigeonholing people, it creates another issue. Okay. Then you can only, only participate in a particular set.
Right.
But you want to be, the world set.
Right. You want to open yourself up.
Open yourself up.
Yeah.
Hopefully things open.
Yeah.
So, but if you have to be a black artist, more power to us.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So how often do you learn about yourself? And about yourself as an artist and about the industry? So pretty much a two-part question.
Well, I'm like I said, every day I'm reading about something about art, other artists. I read magazines, books. I have these particular artists, like Michelangelo. And one of my favorite artists is his name is Philip Pearlstein. He's an artist out of New York. He's about 96 years old. I call myself emulating his style.
His style. Okay.
He's 96 years old, still painting.
Really?
And that's what you do. You find somebody that you can model yourself after. You got to, we got to start from somewhere. Just like any musicians, all the rap groups, that's what they did.
Right.
And so that's what you do in art.
Right.
But the main thing is get your skill set down. You got to be able to draw. You got to learn how to draw. Then you can paint. You can do watercolors. You can do etchings and etc. Any medium that you want. But you got to be able to draw.
Now, do you draw with other mediums?
Oh yeah, paint, oils, and I've tried to do some watercolors, but the one that fits my style is charcoal.
Okay, so you just stand in your lane.
Yes, stay in my lane right now, but I'm thinking about switching over a little bit as time goes on. But I try to pursue and get that medium down, in my mind, enough that I can move on to something else.
Okay. Now, in regards to
Greenwood Park Gallery and Framing, open for all of your art needs. Located at 4233 West Fond du Lac Avenue, open Mondays through Fridays, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Now featuring African American and contemporary artwork for local, national, and international artists. Your local shop for masks and statuettes, mud cloths, royal cloths, and salt lamps. Call 414-444-5166 or follow their Facebook. Greenwood Park Gallery and Framing, 4233 West Fond du Lac Avenue.
The industry, what have you learned about yourself in regards to the industry getting out here more?
Well, I haven't been trying to do that.
Okay.
I haven't been trying to, like I said before, I've just been waiting to my time.
Right, and this is your time.
It's my time.
All right.
Really, I haven't been trying. Because I had a way to make a living. See, if you got a way to make a living, sometimes that slows what you really want to do first.
Okay.
And that's why I haven't been trying to pursue it. But the main thing I want to do now, until I die, is to do artwork.
Okay.
And hopefully I can be around other artists.
Right.
And when I'm around other artists, it makes me feel good. And we can talk about art. Kick it.
Right. Hang out. I get it.
Really?
Yeah. Now, you mentioned about your favorite artists out of New York, right?
Yes.
Now, have you connected with, I think I asked you this earlier, in regards to any artists here. Do you know of any artists here in the city of Milwaukee that you can maybe say, well, they inspire me and I inspired them?
Yeah.
But
well,
you haven't gotten to that point yet.
No, I haven't got to that point. But years ago when I was in school, I had a friend that he died. His name was James Kern.
James Kern.
Yeah, I think you know. I think I've seen a couple of prints.
Yes.
And so he was a friend of mine, and we was almost like a competitive person, but we was actually friends. And he went to school with me.
Okay.
And so, but it's about the only person that I know that's affiliated with the art scene in Milwaukee.
Right.
And so, like I said, I'm real fresh, and this is fresh to me, and I'm excited. I'm almost like a young person.
Right. I give you a funny story about Kearns, Mr. Kearns. So my dad and I started this business about 20 years ago.
20 years ago.
And before we even started the business, I used to see his artwork all over.
All over
Milwaukee,
the city.
when I traveled. And then once we started this business, I realized that he was a local artist. I've seen his artwork in California. I've seen his artwork in New York. Never knew he was from my
Milwaukee.
hometown, Milwaukee.
And that's how?
And that's so great to know that, and just to see that artists from my city, I've seen them, their work in other states at art shows at different places. So
Kearns was a friend of mine, and we used to compete, like doing portraits. The biggest thing was portraits in oils. Who the best? You know when you're young, you do that. You always want to be a rival. Old Kearns. I like Kearns' work. He was real creative. He did a lot of character stuff. I think he worked for a couple of newspapers here in Milwaukee. That ain't my thing.
Right.
We all got a lane that we play in, and that was his lane. He diversified. He could do everything.
Right.
I'm just the old classic, sense. Just portraits, draw what I see. I don't have a lot of imagination, that go along with it, but in my imagination, it's just, I put the pencil, the paint on a surface and see what happens.
See what happens.
And a lot of times, something's going to happen.
Right.
If you move it around enough, something's going to happen. But Kern was, his style was, he was open, he was broad. And I liked it. And Kern died back then. I sure hate that.
Yeah.
And so, but that's the only person that I knew in the city of Milwaukee that was a competitive person.
All right, sounds good.
Sounds good.
The Artist Connection podcast was generated from many conversations with local artists around the lack of opportunity to showcase their talent. Here at Greenwood Park Gallery and Framing, we recognize our local talent and strive to connect artists with the community. Please enjoy this opportunity to hear from local artists and learn more about what inspires their work.
Greenwood Park Gallery and Framing specializes in custom framing, printing on canvas, and selling contemporary and African American art, all housed in our 3,000 square foot art gallery. We are centrally located in Milwaukee at 4233 West Fond du Lac Avenue. We recognize local artists and strive to connect local talent with the community. We're asking for your support. Contact us to find out how you can help sponsor the work we're doing to highlight local artists in our community.